How's it going, everybody? It is Ethan, or unknown Koder, and welcome back to another episode of KodeKraft. This is episode 30, and I decided to do something special for a monumentous episode. We built out this entire mansion in the nether, which goes ahead and conceals our entire with a skeleton farm. So let's go ahead and hop into the episode, and let's see how we built this. Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of KodeKraft. It has been quite a while since I've been on the world. That's just because I've been busy working and moving into our new house, also keeping up with the Let's Build Twitter series. But we are finally back. In between episodes, that long time that I've been just kind of away, I've been working on the nether. We'll be in the nether again today, but then I'm hoping to get out of the nether for a while. I shaved an entire layer off the floor of the nether, so that includes the bedrock because I needed something to put on the ceiling. That way I can stand on something whenever I'm taking the roof off. So what I want to go ahead and do today is, this is episode 30, so that's a pretty big episode. I want to celebrate this milestone by building up the mansion in the nether. So I need like 20,000 blocks or 30,000 blocks or something crazy. I've already got all of the polished slabs that I need, and I've already gotten all of the stone slabs that I need to kind of go through and mob proof. So I need to go through and get a whole bunch of sandstone, glass, and stuff like that. So I'm going to go ahead and go off and work on that here for a while, and then whenever I have all the materials, we're going to kick off a time lapse and get that done. I'll also give you guys updates as we go. I'm going to go ahead and head over to the desert, and I'm going to get everything I need, and I'll meet you guys back in the nether to show you guys the update on that. So we need like 6 or 7 boxes of straight up sandstone, not sand. So what I'm going to do out here in the desert is go ahead and mine as much of the sandstone on the top here as I can, and then as I need to, I'll go ahead and grab sand and convert it. Also, I might need to change some OBS settings because my frames are terrible right now. I think I changed a couple settings. Maybe it's using my GPU instead of my CPU now, but I'm going to keep an eye on that as well. But I'm gonna go ahead and mine all this up, and basically that's all we really have left, the sandstone, and the rest of the stuff is pretty easy to get. So I'll see you guys once we have all the materials. The last thing we need on this massive list is some birch wood and some terracotta. So I'm going to go ahead and come over to this birch forest, get all the birch I need. Then I'm going to go find a lush forest or a lush cave to get some clay from down there and then smelt that up. So I'm going to go ahead and get this. So I'll meet you guys in a lush forest or a lush cave to get that. Then we'll be in the nether ready to go. All we've got left to do is go get some terracotta. Now there is some lush caves under here, but I really don't want to use the lush caves underneath the base because I think I want to preserve them and make them look pretty. So as we see, so I'm going to go find a biome finder. I'm going to go down and I'm going to get just about 2 stacks or 4 stacks of terracotta, hopefully burn that up, and then we'll be able to head over to the nether. So I'll see you guys over there. We've got all the materials that we need. I ended up going into the river because I couldn't find the lush cave that I wanted. If we go take a look through here, we got all of our stone slabs, got all of our roofing material. We've got some random material. The brick took a little bit while too. I did have a bunch of random clay from doing the digging, so that was fine. We got all of our sandstone that we collected this morning, and some glass. It calls for light gray glass, but I think gray glass will work fine, and some other odds and ends. So I'm going to start building this in a time lapse. I don't want to show you what it's going to look like, so I'm not going to turn on Lightmatica. I'm not doing easy place or anything like that, so I am going to place all of the blocks. Then I also want to show you guys that I did get a layer done down here. So I got this entire bottom layer. So instead of being on layer 5, if we get down here real quick, you can see that there is some bedrock right here, and we're actually on layer 4 instead of layer 5. So we'll continue working on this. I want to get the ceiling done first. I put all of this in, I gas blew up a couple things, but it is what it is. So I'm going to go ahead and get to work on the time lapse, and I'll see you guys with any updates. I've got the bottom part of the roof all finished. I had to do a couple of changes just for consistency and such. And I'm not sure why these guys are still spawning here. They shouldn't be because I turned on the mob switch. Maybe they... For some reason, the mob switch isn't working. It's fine. So this is what it's looking like. We're going to start building up the walls here in a little bit. We're going to keep doing it bit by bit. So far, you can kind of see just about how big it's going to be. It's pretty massive. So I'm going to take this guy out. Oh, I'm going to get myself killed. I don't know why Not sure why the mob switch isn't working, but this is what we're looking like. This is looking all good as it's supposed to. It's looking good. So I am following a Lightmatica schematic just because I wanted to build it up, and building an upside down mansion isn't easy. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue building up the walls, and maybe I'll give you guys another update here. I need to go see what the heck's going on with the mob switch, but I'll be back with any more updates. So we're either near or past the halfway point. You can see this thing is really starting to come together now. You can see the first row of windows. This is technically the top floor, and this will look even more sick whenever there's nothing around it. Let's take a little fly around. So you can see it's kind of like, I don't want to call it Gothic style, but it's kind of like an old school style of house. I've noticed that there's a lot of things that aren't quite the same or even or things, so I was a little bit sloppy when building this. Also, my schematic file is like missing a whole bunch of materials, so I've had to do a lot of back and forth and get extra stuff. So it wouldn't surprise me if we end up running out of materials or we don't have enough, you know, things like that, or just missing more. We've been building for about 6 hours now. I have no idea how long the time lapse has been. Maybe the minute or two time lapse has been 6 hours of my time. I'm hoping to get this finished up today or tomorrow. That way I can go ahead and upload this next week. It's just taking so long because we have to have all these different materials in my inventory because it's all random. Probably should have done this the new school way where it kind of has like shadows and stuff, but then I would have had to do it backwards and everything. I don't know. I think that this way is fine. I think it looks pretty good from a distance. And you got to remember, this is going to be like black glass when we walk out, so it's just going to be all see-through, and it's going to be like we're walking through a void. So I'm going to continue and try to finish this up, and I'll see you guys whenever this thing is all done. So after about 10 to 12 hours, we are finally finished with the upside down mansion. It almost perfectly conceals the wither skeleton farm. If we fly up, you'll see that it isn't quite perfect because of this guy. It's a little bit tall. If it wasn't here, it would have been really perfect, but you know, it is what it is. We'll figure it out. I still need to go through and spawn proof all of this stuff. I'll figure out how to do that. I'm thinking what I'll probably end up doing is grabbing some overlay that tells you like where all the red spots are and stuff like that, and go through, either put slabs or put string down, one of those two. Then I also need to design an interior to this. I'm not too worried about the interior. I'm going to build some like rooms around some of the things. So for example, I have a room around that guy. On the right side, I'm planning to do a storage room and bartering farm. And then maybe below here, we'll have another room for a sorting system for that guy. Hopefully the bartering farm doesn't take up too much of the mob cap. I think it only takes like 20 or something, or 25. So sure, that's quite a bit, but the mob cap's like 70 something. So we should still have plenty of space for wither skeletons to spawn. Wither skeletons don't really spawn all that much anyway. From my experience, it looks like they only spawn like a couple at a time, so it's not like we're gonna be spawning like 50 of them. So the other thing that I wanted to mention is that one, I'll be working on the ceiling a little bit, and two, I think I'm gonna need to go ahead and push this back another like 14 to 16 blocks, because I have a really cool idea for what I want to do with the walls. And I could bring the walls inwards from this spot, however I don't really want to take up that space. I'd rather push it outwards. So for the void effect that I want to do, we're gonna have to dig out another 14 blocks, which isn't gonna be the best. Let me double check. Okay, I got plenty of elytra, but we'll make it work. I'm gonna also slowly work on the roof as well. I'm not just going to get rid of or not work in the nether at all, but I did want to say that we're probably gonna take a bit of a break in the nether because we've been working the nether a lot, and there's some stuff in the overworld that I want to get done. Essentially, we have a whole bunch of like half finished projects that we probably need to work on, especially in the overworld. So since we've been working in the nether so much, I think I am going to go back over to the overworld and work on some stuff like that for videos. But that doesn't mean I won't be getting stuff done, because on the roof, if we come up here, we still have all of this to break, and I want to have like a flying saucer type ship up above, and I'm working on this. For some reason, I can't get 2 chunks to work over here. I can get 2 chunks to work going this way, but not this way or this way, so I'm not sure what's going on with that, but I'll work on this behind the scenes, and then essentially we'll do some other things in the next episode. I think we're going to work on the smelters and finally just get those all the way done, and there's some other things I want to work on as well. But I think that's gonna wrap it up. We got a lot done this episode, still have a lot of work to do, but everything's starting to come together now. I hope you guys all enjoyed the episode. If you have not already, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you did enjoy this content. I'm going to try to pump out as many of these as possible. I've just been really busy with work and everything. But with that being said, I hope you guys all have a great day. This has been Ethan on Koder. Peace out, everybody.